Okay, now that we've done this, let's start taking a look at how to solve what I said before was one of the most important questions. So how to find what sine of 5 pi over 4 is without a calculator. Now, we did do something like this before with degrees, and it all depends on the reference angle. Now, it's really obvious the reference angle should be pi over 4. But just to prove that point, just remember that we did this was pi, and this was 2 pi. Now I want to rewrite those in terms of 4s, because there's a 4 there. So 2 pi, I'll make that an 8 pi over 4. That way this is 2 pi. 4 over 4 is 1. That's just 1 pi, or just pi. So I've drawn that, and you need to kind of do this because you want to know which quadrant you're in. So 5 pi over 4 would come right after 4. So that would be somewhere here. That would be 5 pi over 4. And your reference angle is just this gap in between. So the gap between 4 and 5 is just a 1. So it's just a 1 pi over 4. So the difference between 4 pi over 4 to 5 pi over 4 is a 1 pi over 4. So that's how you know your reference angle is 1 pi over 4, or just pi over 4. But you could have gotten that from here. But more importantly, you said it's in this quadrant. So CAST, it is in the T quadrant, meaning tangent is positive. However, we do not have tangent, we have sine. So our answer must be negative. Only tangent's positive, and we don't have it. So our answer must be negative. And then sine of 5 pi over 4, we'll look at the reference angle instead. We'll find the answer to be sine of pi over 4. So you go up here, I guess way up here, pi over 4, sine's on the right. So it's root 2 over 2. So again, sine's on the right, and pi over 4 is right here. So sine's on the right, root 2 over 2. So let's go down here to root 2 over 2. And because it's in the tan quadrant, we don't have tangent, our answer was negative. So that's how we do that. We read the number off the chart, and then we find out whether it's positive or negative. So for instance, this, I forgot this should be a pi here. So this right here, cos of 11 pi over 6, I already know the reference angle. The reference angle is pi over 6. So I can look at cos of pi over 6. So you go all the way up here. Here's pi over 6, cos is on the left. So root 3 over 2. So I can go down to here. And my answer I know will be a root 3 over 2. The question is it positive or negative? So I like to do this. This is pi. This is 2 pi. Now I'm going to go with 6's. So this is 6 over 6 to still get 1. This is 12 over 6 to get 2. And 11 is going to be just before 12. So 11 will be somewhere here. And sure enough, that gap in between is going to be from 11 to 12 is just a 1. So it's a 1 pi over 6, but we already have our reference angle. So we're going to take a look. It's in the CAST. We are in the C quadrant, meaning cos is positive. Sure enough, I have a cos, so I will make mine positive. So that's how quick this should go. Let's keep going here. Pi over 3 will be my reference angle because it's right here. So pi over 3. Tangent of pi over 3, so you can scroll up. So here's pi over 3. Tangent is in green, so it's root 3 over 1. So root 3 over 1, or just root 3. And then I need to know if it's positive or negative. So this is pi, and this is 2 pi. It's in 3's now. So I'm going to go 3 over 3 to get me my pi. And, 6 over 3 to get me my 2 pi. Now I can have 5 pi over 3. Well, that's just before 6. Just before 6 comes 5. So this must have been 5 pi over 3 right there. To go all the way would be 6. And I've stopped short at 5 pi over 3. And then I can use my cast rule, CAST. I am in the C quadrant, which means cos is positive. I do not have a cos, so my answer must be negative. All right, let's try the next one. Sine of 5 pi over 6. Well, the pi over 6 is my reference angle right there. So what is sine of pi over 6? So go up here. Pi over 6, sine is on the right, a half. So my answer will be a half. I'll just copy that down. And now I need to just figure out which quadrant I'm in. So this is pi, and this is 2 pi. But 6's, I'll make this a 6 over 6 and a 12 over 6. Now 5 comes just before 6, so it'll be somewhere here, 5 pi over 6. And which quadrant is that in? C-A-S-T. It's in the S quadrant, so sign is positive. I have a sign, so I'll make it positive. And there we go. So let's keep going here. We'll do 2 more, and then we'll, or 3 more, and then we can go on to maybe make another video here. So cos of 2 pi over 3. So my reference angle is pi over 3. And I will look for cos of pi over 3. So pi over 3, cos is on the left, a half. So my answer will be a half. I'll make it a half. But then I need to know, is it positive or is it negative a half? So because it's 3s, I'll make this a 3 pi over 3 and a 6 pi over 3. And 2 pi would be just before we hit 3. So somewhere over here is 2 pi over 3. And which quadrant is that in? C-A-S-T. It's in the sine quadrant, so sine's positive, but I'm a cosine, so I will make mine negative because I'm not sine. Beautiful, so negative a half. All right, so now I'll do, excuse me, tan of 3 pi over 4. So my reference angle for this one right here would be pi over 4. And I need to find tangent of pi over 4. So let's look up at the chart. It would be nicer if this chart was closer by here. Tangent is 1. So my answer will be 1. And then I just need to see if it's positive or if it's negative. So there's my 1. Now I need to do this in groups of, or in things of 4. So this will be a 4 pi over 4, and this will be an 8 pi over 4. Then I still have 1, and I still have 2 pi. Now I've got 3 pi over 4, so that'll fall somewhere short of 4 pi over 4. That'll be my 3 pi over 4 there. And I can take a look, C-A-S-T, so sine. Sine is not what I have tangent, so therefore I have to do negative. Only sine is positive, and I do not have it. All right. And then let's just maybe just do this last one here, and I have got pi over 4 as my reference angle, because it has a pi over 4 here. And cot, okay, that's the reciprocal of tan. So I'm going to look for tangent, but then I'll just flip the answer, because cotangent is the flip of that, the reciprocal. So I'm going to look for tangent of pi over 4, and then I'm going to flip it. So let's find tangent of pi over 4. Here's pi over 4. Tangent is 1. So if I flip 1, it's still 1. Okay, that's easy enough. My answer is still 1. And then I can look here. I've got 7 pi over 4. So this is going to be pi, which I'll make it 4 pi over 4. That still makes it 1. And this will be 8 pi over 4. That'll still be 2 pi. And I'm going around, I'm 7 pi over 4. So I'm going to stop just short of 8. And I'll be 7 pi over 4. That's where I am. And my reference angle is pi over 4. I already got that. So I just need to see which quadrant I'm in. And I'm in the C quadrant. It looks like I have a C here, but it's actually a tangent. So only cosine is positive. I do not have a cosine. I have a tangent. So I'm going to make mine negative. So it's a negative 1. So we're going to do some more of these flip ones. You can see down here, cosecant, secant, cosecant. We're going to be doing more of those now as well. So those will be in the next video.